Okay people, this is just a very short video blog about my discoveries so far between Diatomaceous Earth and the black walnut and wormwood with clove tincture. Now I've tried Diatomaceous Earth before. I really wanted all the health benefits people talk about in terms of Diatomaceous Earth and all the good things it does to digestion, skin, hair, just looking good. As well as mainly digestion really, as well as immunity and that sort of thing. But I couldn't really take the full dose until recently when I've done uh, nearly 2 weeks on the tincture of the black walnut and wormwood, alcohol-free tincture thing, which contains cloves. The tincture seems to have cleared me out of a lot of the things that was getting in the way, various digestive things that was there which shouldn't be, too much candida and all that kind of stuff. And so it's now easier for me to go up to the full dose of 2 tablespoons of the Diatomaceous Earth twice a day, using it like a psyllium, namely you know what psyllium husks are. They're these, vegetable husks, when what you do with them is you shove them in water in a suspension and then you drink it down before a meal, okay? Something like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour before a meal, and then that prepares the way for your food, helps your digestion and the rest of it. With the Diatomaceous Earth there, okay, I'm using that about half an hour before a meal, which is 1 dessert spoon, not massively heaped because this powder really does heap up massively, but I'd say a rounded dessert spoon on water. So you put the water in the glass first, then you put the Diatomaceous Earth, food grade Diatomaceous Earth powder onto the water, and you gently swirl it around without disturbing the surface too much, because it's very light, it's very powdery, and some of it can get airborne, and you hold your breath during that time. And once all the DE has been suspended in the water, I almost said dissolved there, that would be physically inaccurate, okay, then you slowly drink it down. And then once you've finished it, what I do is once I've finished it, then I start my timer for half an hour prior to me eating my meal, namely breakfast, lunch, supper, whatever it is, okay? I don't feel too comfortable taking this stuff after a meal. I just don't, it just doesn't work inside me that well. But about half an hour before a meal, it seems to be okay. So this is only like about day 4, roughly, of me getting back onto Diatomaceous Earth in the larger doses. And I'm, hoping and praying I'll start to, within like a period of time, which is only defined by my body and how I react to this stuff, should be starting to get some kind of health benefits, greater clarity to the inside of the body, better nutrient absorption, which for me is a very important thing. I've suffered from poor nutrient absorption for like all of my life. So if you're like me and you struggle to take Diatomaceous Earth into your body, I personally would suggest, not recommend, I'm not a medical practitioner, okay? So this is just me as a human being who's got some opinions, who's telling you his opinions, okay? I'm not a doctor. If you want to see a doctor, go and see a friendly doctor, okay? But I'm not a doctor. I'm a guy who's had some experiences and he's telling you about it so that you will know what to do in order to, experiment with your body and explore to see whether this is something that could help you to start taking food grade DE, okay? So start on the tincture, taking it 3 times daily, again half an hour before meals, 7 drops in a glass of water on the first day, 15 drops in a glass of water on the second day, okay? 1 whole eyedropper in a glass of water on the 3rd day. Then on the 4th day, 1 whole eyedropper plus 10 drops. Then on the 5th day, 1 whole eyedropper, then plus 20 drops. And then by the 6th day, you can then have 2 eyedroppers worth in a glass of water 30 minutes before you eat, 3 times daily. Then you can stay on that for another week maybe, and you'll have, a bit more clarity, a bit more stuff thrown out of your system, and that will make it easier for you to then switch from the black walnut and wormwood complex, which contains clove, and move on to diatomaceous earth if that's what you wanted to do. Okay? As with all things, I'm not a friendly doctor, I'm just a guy who's got a camera, who's got some opinions, who's got some ideas, and wants to tell you how he did it. Right? So, that's it. Maybe in a few weeks or months' time I'll be able to do one of these like really evangelical video blogs of, oh, it's done wonderful things for me, my nails are so hard, my hair is so shiny, and all that kind of stuff. I just want to be able to have a good digestive system, be healthy inside, and feel good, and just see what happens. I mean, this is like the 10th of July, year 2014. Maybe if I do another blog and further on down the line in the future, I'll be, doing wonderful things, wonderful things. I mean, people talk about diatomaceous earth helping with removing parasites from the digestion, fighting candida. What else they say? Improves circulation, lowers cholesterol. Nearly everything on the face of the planet. Helps your joints, helps your, God alone knows what else it's supposed to help. I mean, everything. I mean, people are talking about it like a cure-all, and well, we're just going to have to wait and see. But hope you just at least get my point here, that this is how I did it. Okay, this is how I prepared my body so I was able to take 2 rounded dessert spoons of diatomaceous earth, food grade diatomaceous earth each day. Okay, about half an hour before a meal.